To brew a cup of tea, what you can do if you have one of our universal infusers, which looks like this, it's a really fine mesh strainer, so it's great for all of the tea types, even the finest of the teas, the rooibos teas won't come through here. Maybe some dustings, which is okay. But what you can do to brew just one cup of tea is, this is our Life Tea It Up cup, and this has this fancy little coaster on top. So we just take that off. We are gonna take the lid off the universal infuser, use our 1 cup of teaspoon, measure out just 1 scoop, and this is the Jazzy Jasmine green tea. Put that in our infuser, set that on our cup here. Then we take our hot water and we simply fill up our cup. And we put the top of the infuser on, and then we let that steep for about 2 minutes. And then when that's done steeping, what we're gonna do is the lid here becomes a nice little coaster for our infuser. So we just take the infuser out, and then we can set it right on the coaster and enjoy our cup of tea. So that is one way to brew a cup of tea. So we are gonna let that steep for a couple of minutes while I show you our tumbler, and this is called our Impress Me tumbler. And this is great if you really want to take your tea on the go with you. When you twist the lid off, what you're going to find inside is an infuser basket that's built in. So it looks like this. So you can actually, if you want to, you can fill this with your hot water before you leave the house in the morning, and then keep your loose leaf tea separate. And then when you're ready, you just take the infuser basket out. You're gonna put your loose leaf tea in here. You're gonna put this tight lid on top to keep those tea leaves in there. Then you're gonna pop this in your tea, time it for the steeping, put the lid on, wait, and then you're gonna enjoy it. Really super simple, but it's a great tumbler if you're a big tea drinker and like to take it on the go. I always used to take my coffee, now I take tea. Sometimes I do both, just depends on my mood. But you'll notice at the top it has this little push button which opens and closes the inside for you to enjoy the tea. So that's a tumbler option. And then the last option I'm gonna show you actually when we make our iced tea, but it's our Easy Breezy infuser. This is actually not the Easy Breezy, so it looks, the one that Sipology has looks different than this, but I don't have it yet, so I'm gonna demonstrate with this guy. But basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna scoop your cup of tea into here, and you're just gonna dump it right in here. You're gonna fill it up with water, and I'm not putting tea in here just because I already have a cup of tea. But we'll just pretend that our loose leaf tea is in here. We're gonna add our hot water. And then we're gonna let it steep, just like we always would. Now, when it's done steeping, what you can do is you take your coffee mug, you set this right on top, and when you set this on your mug, it's gonna push up the bottom and release the liquid down into your glass, but there's a strainer in the bottom that's gonna strain out all of those loose leaf tea leaves. So you'll see the water's going down. So that's how you can do a cup of tea using the Easy Breezy infuser. Those can be used with hot teas, iced teas, really any sort of tea. So those are really 3 ways that you can brew a cup of tea. Now back to our steeping sacks. If you don't have any of those gadgets, that's perfectly fine. You can use one of these steeping sacks, and you can put your tea in there and then just set it in your cup, and it's gonna stand up right in there, and you can let it steep for a couple minutes until it's ready, and then you just take this out, discard it, and enjoy. So the steeping sacks, they come in a box like this. There are 100 in the box.